A new book claims Prince William is capable of great bellowing tantrums, that his voice terrifies his own father, that insiders have suggested anger management before he takes the throne. The headlines wrote themselves, but here is what every single one of those headlines left out. What this man has carried on his shoulders over the last 3 years would have broken most people. And the fact that he is still standing, still working, still holding it together is not a sign of weakness. It is the most remarkable thing about him. The book is called Kate, written by royal author Christopher Andersen. It describes William as intensely emotional and reactive in private, despite maintaining a calm public persona. It claims his voice is significantly louder than Charles's during heated arguments. This is not the first time these claims have surfaced. In 2023, Harry's memoir Spare alleged that a confrontation between the brothers turned physical, that William grabbed Harry by the collar and knocked him to the floor. Robert Lacey's Battle of Brothers claimed Camilla was once shocked by William ranting and raving at Charles. Robert Jobson described him as short-tempered and difficult. Every few years, a new book arrives with the same revelation. William has a temper. And every time, the context is stripped away, the headline sells, the publisher profits. And nobody asks the only question that actually matters: what is he carrying? In January 2024, Catherine was diagnosed with cancer. Weeks later, King Charles was diagnosed with cancer. William described that year as the hardest of his life. He told reporters the experience felt like being hit by a bus. He was 41 years old. His wife was undergoing treatment. His father was undergoing treatment. His 3 children needed him at home, and the institution needed him at work. With 2 senior royals sidelined, William absorbed their duties. He represented the king at state events. He took on additional duchy responsibilities. He continued his own homelessness and mental health campaigns. He did not take time off. He did not step back. He stepped in. And through all of it, his brother was 3,000 miles away, promoting a memoir that alleged William had physically attacked him. Every interview Harry gave reopened wounds that William could not publicly respond to. Every headline about Spare was another cut delivered in public that had to be absorbed in silence. On top of the personal crisis, William inherited a £1 billion institution. The Duchy of Cornwall is not a passive inheritance. It is 130,000 acres across 23 counties. It requires active management, legal compliance, and strategic decisions that affect thousands of tenants, employees, and communities. Since 2022, William has ended his father's interior design arrangement with Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot. He has agreed to end feudal restrictions that stood for 7 centuries. He has put Devon Farms on the market, drawing criticism from tenant families. And from May 2026, his estate is subject to the Renters' Rights Act for the first time in its history. And then there is Andrew. William has reportedly taken a firm, some say ruthless, approach to managing his uncle's position. The ongoing disputes over Royal Lodge, the stripping of titles, the February 2026 arrest, all of this has unfolded while William simultaneously manages the monarchy's public image, his father's health, and his own family's recovery. Stack it: wife with cancer, father with cancer, brother selling their story, uncle under arrest, a £1 billion estate to modernise, a 700-year-old institution to reform, and a public that expects him to smile through every second of it. Now go back to the book claims. William has a temper. He gets short with people. He raises his voice when things are not done properly. He is intense, emotional, and reactive in private. Does that sound like a man who needs anger management? Or does it sound like a man carrying more than any single person should reasonably be expected to carry, and occasionally, privately, showing the strain? Catherine has been described as level-headed, calm, someone who talks things through. That balance, William's intensity against Catherine's steadiness, may be the only reason the system has held together over the last 3 years. The book will sell, the headlines will run, and in 3 months another author will arrive with the same claim, stripped of the same context, designed to sell the same narrative. William has a temper, and nobody will mention what made him angry. Every generation of the monarchy produces a king who was tested before the crown arrived. William's test is not a single crisis, it is everything, all at once, with no pause and no privacy. The weight he carries is not an excuse, but it is a context that no headline has ever bothered to include. So the next time a book tells you William has a temper, ask yourself this: what would you be like carrying all of that? Do you think the anger claims are fair? Or is this just another book selling William's private life? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe for more.